James.
Hello, Lee.
It's that time, mate. Just go up. I presume all the hard work's done. I've just seen you put the final touches to camp because a week today, VIP versus VIP.
VIP versus VIP. It's not my first rodeo, Lee. I've had one of them before, and like you say, I think the word on the street is they always make a great fight, Lee.
They do.
Mathew Rennie, I've not really seen much of him, mate. I don't really know much about him. He's got two fantastic coaches behind him in the Jennings. Spent many of our up at their gym sparring the likes of Scott Fitzgerald, Mark Jeffers, Jack Armfield. Always been a welcome and great place. Had many of fantastic days up there, but unfortunately, whichever way you look at it, we're clashing, and it's going to be very respectful. But come the night, you know, it's a win-win fight for me. We've got to win. So
well, this is a fight that you don't really need to take because you're putting a lot at risk here because you're mandatory now. Last time you fought at the Bolton Arena. It was a final eliminator for the English, for the English welterweight title, where you beat another VIP fighter in Nathan Bennett. So really, you're putting that in jeopardy by taking this fight.
Listen, I'm a bit old school in the fight game. Not obviously, I am new to the game still, but I believe we should all be fighting each other. You know, there's a lot of people skipping fights and stuff like that. Danny Ball, who I'm mandatory to fight, well, the winner of Danny Ball and Darren Tetley. I know Darren Tetley took a fight in December. Danny Ball's gone over to Ireland this week and fought Paddy Donovan. So, you know, I think Darren Tetley and Danny Ball are going to have a fight around March for the English. And then it's going to be summertime before I get my shot. So, you know, why not be in these great fights? You know, it's going to be a pleasure fighting against Mathew Rennie. I know he got silver medal in the Commonwealth Juniors.
Yes.
You know, and I never had any amateur background, so where I have had the more professional experience, he gains on me with the amateur experience. So, you know, it is a 50-50 down the line, Lee. I've had more professional experience, but he's been all over the world probably fighting different stars and stuff like that, so I think it's going to make for a great fight.
Well, you just touched on it there, because your last opponent, I'm not taking anything away from Ethan James. I thought he boxed very, very good on the night, but I don't think you did. I don't think you boxed at your best. But their careers are very similar. He won gold at the Youth Commonwealths. He got silver at the Youth Commonwealths. Both very good amateurs, like you mentioned before. And movement is a big part of Mathew Rennie's game set. You know, he's got very good feet. I don't really think he's really had a hard fight. Perhaps his second fight against Ben Fields, but he was a boy, he was a baby. Ben Fields was a man then, and I think Ben actually had a winning record at that moment in time. So
I think he learnt a lot against. Is he called Stathos, the guy from Rhodes?
But that was his next test, which was about 8 fights later.
He took a cuts as well in that. So you know, it's all learning. It's great. You know, you know, for him, it couldn't have landed any better for him. You know, I'm coming off a European title fight. You know, it couldn't have landed any better for him. For me, it's in my hometown. You know,
but he's got everything to gain, and you've got a lot to lose. Does that work in your favour? Because surely that's going to bring something out special in you, because you know you have to win. Where actually, because this is Mathew's first big step up. This is his first biggest step up. Yeah, like you say, he did fight Stathos, who just got a great win. Well, it was a draw actually, so it was a great result for him on the boxer stage. I think last weekend, wasn't it?
Or this weekend just gone.
So that win looks a little bit better. But this is a real test for him. This is jumping up big levels. I think in the box recs, and I know box recs don't mean anything. I think you're ranked 23, but he's twice as many places down. He's 46. So this is, the pressure's on you, even though you're saying it's a 50-50 fight. Actually, the bookies are probably not saying that. They're probably you're a big favourite going into this.
Yeah. Well, you know what, Lee? It's one of them nights where the show's come. He's only training in Chorley. I know he's from the Isle of Man, but he's training in Chorley. I'm training in Manchester, but from Wigan. Couldn't have worked out any better for us both. We're both with Steve Woods. Steve Woods is a great manager. Put us both together. got us the Wasserman gig, got us decent money in the fight. So why not fight each other, Lee?
Yeah.
Why not fight each other? You know, it's I'm here to fight. To fight as whatever fight comes in front of me. I'm not here to turn one down.
Do you think this is perfect for you? Because coming off that loss last time out for the European crown, do you think some of the things that you did wrong in that? Because this guy is similar, you know, a beautiful boxer.
To be honest, I've not watched masses of him. I've watched the which fight? I watched the fight when he fought. Is he called Staffos? Yeah, I don't want to pronounce him wrong. Yeah, I watched the fight he fought Staffos. I thought Staffos got a little bit did quite well in it, but you know, Mathew's feet and his movement, it won him the fight.
I think Staffos started too fast.
Yeah.
It was his first 6 rounder, and he started too fast, and by the time the end of the second round he sort of gassed out a little bit. But it was a good fight while it lasted.
No, listen, he's great. Like I say, I've not got a bad word to say about himself. Not got a bad word to say about Jenny's gym, and they're on a massive roll. There's some of my friends there. You've got the likes of Jack Cullen, Mark Jeffers. They're all doing fantastic.
These are guys that you inspired.
Unfortunately, I'm going to have to put a stop to the run. But you know, they're all great lads, and
you're that confident as well.
I've got to be confident, mate. I am confident. You know, this is you're coming into my territory here now. You know, I've had the 4-4s with Wasserman. 4-2, sorry. 2 fights, 2 wins, 2 times at Reebok and 2 second round stoppages. So, you know, I'm going to try and keep my record going. But, you know, it's going to be a good fight, and I'm excited, mate. This is what makes me excited. I'm going to put myself back to winning ways. I'm going to put myself back to winning ways as well, because, you know, I live this game. I'm never out of training. Even when I'm out of training, I'm in training, and you know, this is what I want, and I'm gonna put everything on the line in the next Friday.
Well, you are though, aren't you? You are putting everything on the line. You're putting your opportunity, because your next fight should be for the English title, and if you don't win, that could be in jeopardy.
Yeah, definitely. And you know, this is putting myself back to winning ways, and then you know, we'll go and get that English title, and that's the plan for me. The first time ever there's been a plan. There's been a bit of a route ready, and I'm ready to push on in that route now, Lee. It's going to be a great fight. You know, I sit back and I think, you know, you've got to credit myself for taking it with a bit of a risk, but you've got to credit Mathew Rennie. What a great guy he is, taking a fight like this. Definitely. It got put to him and he's taking it. But fair play.
Do you think that works in his favour slightly? The fact that it was originally going to be a 10-rounder.
Yeah,
that was only
definitely.
10, and now the jump from 6 to 10 isn't as big as from 6 to 8.
I think being an 8-round fight works in his favour massively. You know, he can bring back a bit of his old school amateur style, but you know, 8 rounds is still a long time. It's still a long time. You know, we're not fighting for a title, and it's at 10-8, so we're nearly on championship weight as well. So maybe they could have given it a few more pounds my way, but I'm happy.
Is it hard for you still, because you are massive as a welterweight? Is it hard for you to make the weight?
Honestly, everyone will sit there and go, you know, it's best I've made the weight. But you know, I found it quite a bit easier this time. You know, just I'm constantly looking at nutrition, and every camp I'm just changing little things now and again. Just tweaking it. You know, don't forget.
You tweak it perfect now.
This is my 22nd fight league. You know, I've done it 21 times already, 21 or 20. I can't remember. There's not much more tweaking I can do, so it's nearly perfect.
Yeah.
You know, it's
this is the time to find out whether it is or not.
Yeah. You know, unfortunately, pulling short in my last fight and obviously losing. It was a very, very, very fast 10 rounds fight, and I still felt like there was more there. So, you know, this fight, Ian, the lad down here now, Ian, he said something to me the other day which stuck in my head.
Ian Harrison?
Ian Harrison, he stuck in my head. He said, I was a bit like, bloody hell, I can't believe it's an 8-round fight now, I wish it were 10. And he was like, no, James, listen, what we'll do is now, we'll get that 10 and we'll put it into weight, so the intensity comes up in each round. And it was kind of like breaking stuff down in that kind of way, looking at things from a different perspective, and you know, that's the new thing in my camp.
You know what I like about you just over the last year or so, you're a lot calmer.
Yeah.
You used to be very, very, I mean, you still hyper, but I mean, you used to be very hyper, and you know, I think you used to overthink things a little bit too much, and I don't think that's an issue no more. I seen you have this more inner confidence about yourself, because you always used to, you mentioned it before, you know, his amateur experience, you never had any, you came straight from white collar, but usually, I think he used to hold you back. I don't think that's a problem now.
maybe I think when I didn't have no amateur career, I think I had to be a bit louder to establish myself and put myself out there a bit. Either that, or I've just turned. I think I'm growing out of my ADHD now as well, so maybe that's a little bit thing, you know.
Have you got that? I think you must have.
I don't know, mate.
I reckon you must have, mate.
But going back to, it's like, you know, you say this last, how many years would you say that's what I've done? I've calmed down.
Too long.
How long ago?
Do you know where the first signs was when you were with Anthony? He was there, giving you a drink there.
Yeah.
Was with, do you remember his performance against
I know you're going to say
Andy Colquhoun?
Chico, yes, yeah. He boxed really well that night. Chico's not an easy night to win for anyone. He kept coming in. James, that night, what he showed me, he can stick to a game plan, and he's going to have to stick to a game plan this night.
It was a very frustrating night because I think we got out. It must have been from 12 o'clock, mustn't it?
It was later than that.
Yeah.
The latest show.
They said about Junior wanted to knock him out.
Yeah, he saved us. No, it was much later than that. I think it was about.
I think we were in quarter-to-one.
Yeah, I was going to say that.
He was frustrated, but you managed to calm him down, and I loved how you did that.
But
then I loved how he went out and performed.
Appreciate it.
You give me your phone
sometimes, like you say, he just needs reminding and telling. I think I'm no doctor, but I seriously think it's ADHD out of his mind. I'm pretty confident of that. So he's telling me, it's like next week. He knows he's got to be different, and I know next week I'm probably going to have to tell him 10 times to stop doing something or sit down before he goes into the ring with Mathew Rennie next week. It's pretty normal, and I'm expecting it. And sometimes with James, you might sit there when I'm telling him, well, James, I'm not being horrible to you. It's just because I want to be. I need to be. I just need to realise the importance of certain things, you know, in this fight. So yeah, but he's. So I better go out there. But no, yeah, really looking forward to next week. Mathew, very good lad, good amateur pedigree. I don't believe he's shown what he's capable of as a professional yet.
But that doesn't mean he can't.
That's exactly it. He's with very good coaches who respect a lot in Mike and Dave Jennings. And James knows he's got to be better than he was last fight.
Yep.
But if James performs how he can, at the same time, we're very confident it's a big step up for Mathew Rennie as a pro. James is by far the best he's fought as a pro. But listen, obviously the team around him there can rise to the occasion, and I respect that. I'm confident in my man's out. You go fight.
Thanks, Anthony.
Thank you, mate.
Right, we're around this up now. But
no, you've not answered the question yet.
What was the question?
How many years would you say you've noticed the calmness in me?
Well, when was Colquhoun? Was that about 3 years ago?
Yeah, my daughter's nearly 3.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Maybe being a father.
No. He just gives you another purpose in life. Like, it's not all about yourself. When my daughter come around, you have to wise up, don't you?
Yeah.
Become a man, and I've become a man.
Don't show you 30 years.
Yeah. No, listen, mate. All joking apart. Like I said, massive respect to Mathew Rennie, all the lads at Jenny's gym. But I believe this is a fight I'm well within my means to win, and I'm going to put everything on the line out there. Hopefully Mathew has had a great camp. We're both coming here as best as we can.
Going back to that then, I called with Mathew yesterday, and again, as you were looking today, both looking very sharp. Both seem to have. He said it's been his best camp
Great
ever.
stuff. I love to
You
hear
say
that.
you've had a great camp. Who have you been moving around with in preparation for this, mate?
Oh, mate, we've been going for about 9 weeks now. We've got Sahir Iqbal. You know, he's very good. He trains at our gym. William Corolla, switch hitter, Anthony's brother, another fantastic fighter.
Well, we not even spoke about that. How will you find that? Because Matthew's a switch hitter.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, you don't mind that?
Hopefully he does a lot more.
Doesn't confuse you?
No, I enjoy it. I've been working on a lot. Hopefully he does switch.
Does that keep you on your toes, knowing that they switch? Because sometimes you can get in a routine knowing what you think they're going to do. You think they're going to do it, they don't do it. Well, you can't really think that way about a switch hitter, because you've got to be on your toes all the time, haven't you?
Yeah. No, listen, just let him. He's got to do his game. You know, I've got my game. I know what I need to do. You know, William's a very, very good switch hitter. If not better at the southpaw stance, I believe anyway. So it's been great sparring, and we've got Bobby Faulkner, who's just the fastest,
beautiful boxer
I've ever sparred with in my life, and I really do think he's going to do good very, very well. I'm trying to think who else has been sparring. Another lad who Anthony's got, a fantastic Irish amateur boxer, Owen.
Oh, he was down here
Owen,
today.
I forgot his last name. Yeah.
He did tell me, and again I'm
trying to think about. Like I said, we had Kevin
Adarko,
who fights Troy Williamson on
good fight,
the
innit?
2nd of December, the day after me. He has a fantastic fight. You know, Kevin's looking very, very good, and I loved the team down there. Joe McNally and Deco wrote the good lads. Trying to think of.
They're developing a right stable down
they
there,
certainly
aren't
are, mate. They certainly are. Trying to think of else. We've got some very good in-house sparring here, you know, all ranging from super lightweight all the way up to super middleweight.
Does this feel like home now?
Yeah, it's phenomenal.
Because you've moved to a few different gyms. Anthony burnt down, didn't he? His gym burnt down.
Yeah.
And you trained at the VIP gym for a while. But this seems to be home base for the last
It's a good
18
gym, mate.
months,
It's
2
a good
years.
gym.
It's beautiful, isn't it?
It's a good community base, you know what I mean? There's always somebody in here, you know, you can come. Say for instance, I can make it, I can come on my own and there'll be someone in here who's there to pad you, to look after you, make sure everything's right.
Saying that then, Mr. Ian Harrison, who's been helping out over there, I presume he's been with your camp for this one.
Yeah, massive respect to
Top
him.
man.
He come down, I say, if I'm wrong, I'm sorry, maybe 8-9 weeks ago, come down. He actually come down with Kane a few times before Kane fought Pierce.
Kane Gardner.
Yeah, we had, I didn't spar him, he was sparring Bobby, and then Ian started coming down a little bit more, and now he's in, you know, Ian took me sparring Kevin up at Rotunda. Yeah, he went taking me up there, and you know, the knowledge of Ian, he's been around the knowledge.
He's been around a long time.
He's been showing me some things, and I really think I'm going to take it in.
He boxed with Anthony's dad.
Did it? Yeah, he did. He always brings all his little newspaper clippings in and stuff like that, and you know, just the stuff that he's been showing me, I'm going to take a lot of it into the ring with me. Good. I think it's I'll probably say it every fight, but we're coming to now. Listen, it's just two lads who want a good fight. You know, I've said it enough times in the interview. Massive respect to Mathew, but I'm going in there and I'm going to take this lead. It's something I've got to win, and I will win this.
Well, I have to be slightly impartial.
I will win it well, mate.
You're both VIP, but what I hope for is a great fight, and hopefully it's on a big stage. Hopefully it'll be seen by quite a few people.
Yeah.
And whoever wins comes out and gets a great opportunity to, you know, like I say, you're already mandatory for that, but maybe this could lead to something bigger if it goes your way.
Well, it's whoever implements the game plan, and with the coaching team here, we've got a game plan, and I'm going to implement it.
James, you take care.
Thank you so much, Lee. Appreciate you coming down today.
I'll see you a week today.
I will see you a week today.
Take care, mate.
Thank you very much.
For all boxing info, news and latest interviews, amateur and pro, across the north, click and subscribe. VIP Boxing Promotions. Also Twitter, Instagram and Facebook.